scholars! Happy Wacky Hair Day! Today we are going to work on Module 2, Lesson 7. We're going to explore items that weigh 1 kilogram. First, let's make our brain with some group counting. We're going to do almost all the ones we know, so get your brains ready. Let's count by 3s to 30. 2 fists up. Go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Wipe it off. Bring it close. Count by 4s to 40. And go. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. We're going to power through. We're not counting down, we're moving forward. Wiggle the 4s off. Count by 6s to 60 and go. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. Great job. Let's move on to our next slide. Let's count by 8s to 80. Ready? Wiggle it out. Bring it close. Count by 8s to 80 and go. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 72, 80. Now, let's count by 7s to 70. Wiggle it off. Bring it close. Count by 7s to 70 and go. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70. Now, let's count by 9s to 90. Let's wiggle it out. Bring it close. Count by 9s to 90 and go. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90. Great job. That was a lot of skip counting today. Let's decompose a kilogram. There are 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. On your whiteboards, write a number bond filling in the missing part. Remember, I want you to pause the video during this work time until you have done this practice. When we are learning, we're not just looking for the end, we are looking for the process. 1 kilogram. One part is 900 grams. What is my missing part? 100 grams, because 900 grams plus 100 grams equals 1,000 grams, which is the same as 1 kilogram. Let's go again. What if the part was 500 grams? The new part would be missing, would be 500 grams too. 500 plus 500 is 1,000. What about 700? What is the missing part? 300. 700 plus 300 equals 1,000. What about 400? 600 would be my missing part. 400 plus 600 is 1,000. What about 800? 800 plus 200 would be 1,000. That's my missing part. Let's make it a little trickier. What about 750 grams as one part? How can we make it equal 1,000? The missing part is 250 grams. What about 650 grams as the known part? What is my missing part? 350 grams. What about if I have one part that's 850 grams? What's my missing part if I have 1 kilogram? 150 grams. 850 plus 150 equals 1,000. There are 1,000 grams to 1 kilogram. Let's count by 100 grams to a kilogram. 100 grams, 200 grams, 300 grams, 400 grams, 500 grams, 600 grams, 700 grams, 800 grams, 900 grams, 1 kilogram. Let's read, draw, and write on our application problem. Justin put 1 kilogram bag of flour on one side of the pan balance. How many 100 grams bags of flour does he need to put on the other pan to balance it out? How many hundreds are in 1 kilogram? If I count by hundreds, how many do I need until I get to 1 kilogram? need 10 100 grams. That would equal 1 kilogram or 1,000 grams. And I could also think of it as 100 grams times 10 equals 1,000 grams. Justin has to put 10 bags of flour on the other pan to balance the scale. Now today we're going to be looking at some virtual materials like a digital scale and a spring. On this slide you see that this is a spring scale. There's kilograms written on the scale. That means it can be used to measure kilograms. Other spring scales measure things in grams. I'll show you some of those on the board soon. This scale shows the weight of a bowl of apples. Each interval on this scale represents 1 kilogram. How much does the bowl of apples weigh? It represents 3 kilograms. Where would the arrow point if it weighed 1 kilogram? It would point at the 1. What about 4 kilograms? 4 kilograms isn't labeled, but maybe it would be pointing at the 0. Let's look at the next scale. This one's weighing rice. Each interval on this scale represents 1 kilogram. How much does the bag of rice weigh? It weighs 1 kilogram. How could this scale show 4 kilograms? It would point at the 4. What about 6 kilograms? That's hard to say. I don't see a 6 on this scale. It might be on the 0. Since I noticed it might even be on the 1. Right now, 6 seems like that's too heavy for this scale. On our last scale, we're going to look at 5 intervals representing 500 grams. How much would one interval represent then? It would represent 100 grams. Let's count grams on this scale to find 1 kilogram. 100 grams, 200 grams, 300 grams, 400 grams, 500 grams, 600 grams, 700 grams, 800 grams, 900 grams, 1,000. That's a whole kilogram. How much does the bag of plums weigh? 800 grams. It's almost like telling time. I see the 500 grams and then I counted 600, 700, 800. By hundreds past the 500. Where is 1 kilogram on this scale? It could be at the 0. What about 200 grams? That would be 2 intervals past 0. How much does this watermelon weigh? It weighs 3 kilograms. Where is 6 kilograms on this scale? It's past the 5. What about 10 kilograms? 10 kilograms isn't listed. It might be too heavy for this scale. It might even be on the 0. This scale is labeled in intervals of 200. We're going to skip count by 200 to find how many grams the scale can measure. 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, 1,600, 1,700. I'm sorry, that was 1,800 and then 2,000. This scale can measure 2,000 grams. That's a lot of grams. That means that each tick mark represents 20 grams. I want you to skip count by 20s to find the 100 gram mark on this scale. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Now, let's do it again. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. To accurately measure things that weigh less than 20 grams, we use a different type of scale. That's called a digital scale. Remember from yesterday, to measure the weight on this scale, you read on the number on the display screen. There's a G next to the display screen, which means that this scale measures in grams. We'll use both a spring scale and a digital scale as we practice reading time, as we practice reading measurement in our worksheets. Let's get going. We may switch over to our Google Slides. On our Google Slides, you'll sort between kilograms and grams, and you'll also practice identifying what object would be what. Afterwards, you can go over to your exit ticket. On your exit ticket, read and write each weight shown on the scales below. Can't wait to see you on Wednesday. Check the banner for our Spirit Day gear, and I'll see you then. Bye.